Hey guys, Timster here. It's been a while since I actually made a vlog for you guys, and I realized I'm not good at this kind of thing. I'm not very good at looking at a camera and talking about stuff. I'm hoping to get better at that, and maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, this is kind of like an overall update to the channel, my life, especially in terms of Disney, and a few other things that's been going on. So let's get right to it. So, speaking of Disney, I had a lot of fun with that. I don't have a lot of pictures to really share with you guys, and I am sorry about that. It's just I realized while I was there, I was so wrapped up with how everything looked, how the lights were, how the rides looked, and I just wanted to be in the moment instead of trying to capture the moment, if you understand what I'm saying there. And I was just so enthralled by how everything looked. I had to go from one ride to the next, go from one attraction to another. But I promise, if you haven't been to Disney before, it's exactly as everyone says it is. It's so impossibly magical, and I loved it. There is one Hulk roller coaster that me and Justin went on, and it was so much fun. We went on there, I would say, twice now. Both times it was amazing. We also went on the Rock and Roller Coaster, because you absolutely have to go on that one. I know that's in Hollywood Studios, not necessarily Disney itself. And the Hulk roller coaster was in Universal Studios and not necessarily Disney. But I count it all as Disney. It's all in the same area. You can get passes to jump between the parks, so... Where you going, Fluffy? Bye, Fluffy. So, it's whatever. I count it all as the same thing. But still, it is pretty fun. Oh, and Epcot. Loved Epcot. Mostly just going around and eating the foods from different parts of the world. We went to Japan and I had the best curry I've ever eaten anywhere. It was downright amazing. I don't know how they do it, but that was some damn good curry. Oh yeah, we also visited the Simpsons part of Universal as well as the Men in Black attraction ride. And both of those were really fun. It was cool to see Moe's Tavern off to the right and Duffman, the statue over on the left, as well as the statue of Jebediah Springfield. That was cool. While we were in the Men in Black ride, I don't know if any of you have ever been on that, but you go into this waiting room, and you have to wait for them to set up the ride so new people can go in and, hop on. And they do this little fun thing where they see who's excited, and our friend Justin happened to be very excited. So much so, he got detained by a Men in Black agent. They said that no mere human is that excited for a boring little video clip, whatever, and they claimed him to be an alien. But yeah, Disney was absolutely fun. We didn't stay for any of the, for the night stuff, like the fireworks or any of the magic hour, that's what they call it, I think. We didn't stay for any of that, but I think we could have. We just didn't really know what we were getting into, so we just went around the parks, jumped on all the rides, the Harry Potter section included, and it was all fun. We did kind of get stuck on a few rides. We got stuck on the Kong ride, and if you guys haven't been on that one, it's basically you're on this tram going through an attraction, and you kind of see this movie thing as you're on the tram ride, where it's it shows Kong on the left, Raptors on the right, so on and so forth. And there's one part where it seemed like the videos on the left and right side of the tram completely froze, shut down, and then kind of rebooted. And all we saw were two Raptors on the right that just kind of froze in place for a good minute or two. And then they just sprung to life, and we were really out of that illusion. I feel like the ride would have been a little bit better if we didn't get stuck and if the motion picture actually worked. But even then, not much better. So if you're in, I think it was Universal or Animal Kingdom, one of the two, avoid the Kong ride. It's not worth it at all. Waiting in line was cool, though, because of how they decorated the entire hallway, leading up to the ride and everything. They had engravings, animatronics, and it all looked really cool. Just the ride itself was really disappointing. We also got stuck on, I believe, the Haunted Mansion ride, where it's basically, if you guys seen the Haunted Mansion movie with Eddie Murphy, it's kind of what that is. but it's more like you just go through a haunted mansion on this a similar tram thing, but it's kind of like those egg chairs you see in Men in Black in the very first movie, except you sit in them with one other person and they spin around. We got stuck while it was spinning, and we think it's because they tried to load too many people onto the ride all at once, and they couldn't really make up for how many people they were loading onto the ride versus how close a couple of seats were to the people in front of them. Or probably explained that wrong, but it was basically a massive overload of people all at once, and it didn't seem like they knew how to handle that too well. But the ride itself was still pretty cool, and I did like it. And we got stuck on a few other rides that I can't exactly remember because it's basically all the same, like too many people going on all at once, and the engineers not really knowing how to handle that capacity. So it's basically, we get on, we move a little bit, we get stuck, and you're instantly pulled out of the illusion, but you still enjoy the ride for what it is. There are, however, a lot of rides that are just like motion rides, where you see videos like all around you, and it's simulating a roller coaster or a certain ride, and the seat you're sitting in is moving all over the place. Most of the time it worked and it felt amazing, but it wasn't exactly a ride. So if you're not too fond of the motion roller coasters, probably not that great for you. But if you don't really care too much and you think, wow, that actually sounds really cool, especially when you go on the Transformer ride where you're sitting in a Transformer, and it's kind of taking place during the first Michael Bay movie, where you have to get the Allspark away from Megatron, and you actually see him right in front of you. It is a 3D ride. Man, I'm getting ahead of myself. Basically, it's all fun. It's only a simulation, but it's still really good simulation. So that's pretty much 80% of any of the parks around Disney, but it's still pretty fun. And again, Disney World and all the parks connected to it, all exactly as you heard. It's still 100% amazing, and I feel really lucky that I've been there even once in my life. So that was absolutely fine. The plane ride, not so much. I mean, I liked it. I just got detained by TSA agents, and that was entirely my fault because I forgot my wallet was in my back pocket. Fluffy, what are you doing? Hey. There's also a bit of a plane issue where my ear would pop and it would not unpop. And that stuck with me for, I would say, 2.5 days once we got to Florida. After a while, it kind of went away, and I found a trick to kind of equalize the pressure in my head. So that felt better there when I figured out the trick. And on the way back, it felt a lot better once I knew how to handle it. Still a little uncomfortable, though, but I do love plane rides, so it's my first plane ride, too, so I instantly loved it. But enough about Disney, and hopefully I covered enough. Again, I wish I had more pictures for it, and I wish I could show you guys all the pictures. But I just wanted to live in the moment while I was there, and I didn't think first to take pictures of everything there. Especially since I hate when I'm trying to go from point A to point B, but I can't do that because people are just suddenly stopping in your way to take a picture of something that they could very easily take a picture of if they just stepped to the right or to the left. But they don't, because they just stand in front of you, and it ruins your entire mood because people are not the brightest in terms of being a tourist. But what can you do? So after that would come, of course, Christmas and New Year's Day. I worked on both those days. Got time and a half at least, but not the most ideal situation. I handled it pretty well, I think. As for Christmas gifts themselves, I don't really like to show off my gifts, but because it's a vlog for YouTube, I'm going to show them off anyway. So the gifts I'm going to show off are in no particular order of favoritism. I love them all equally. But you guys know I'm a huge Power Rangers fan, and every Christmas I got to ask for something Power Rangers related. I asked for 3, got 2. Not that I'm angry about that at all. I understand. I asked for the Legacy Thunder Megazord, and that was over almost $300, so I understand nobody getting me that. I do not fault anyone for that. You know what? It's morphin' time. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah. That's right. For Christmas, I got the Legacy Zeonizers, and I love them so much. For those who don't know Power Rangers, this came from season, let's see, 3, 4, technically, Power Rangers Zeo. And this is the toy line I never really got into as a kid. Mostly because I was born in 91. I didn't really know what Power Rangers were until maybe 94. When I'm like, okay, cool, these are superheroes. I love superheroes. And I love Power Rangers, so cute. It was also an awkward time for me because I was so raptured in what Mighty Morphin was. When Zeo came out, I knew what they were, but I didn't really religiously get into it until maybe In Space. So I missed out on the Zeo and Turbo line, respectively. And I think the only thing I got from Zeo were the weapons from my childhood best friend who lived way across the street from me. And he actually gave me that for a birthday present, which was one of the better childhood memories I've had. So I never really got anything really from the Zeo era, at least not until later on in my life. I got the Zeo Megazord, the Super Zeo Megazord, and the Red Battlezord. Those I can show later in a different vlog. But I never got the Zeonizers until this Christmas. And these are the Legacy Zeonizers, not the original ones from back in the day. There's not really much of a difference other than this part here is a little bit elongated. That's because it makes it easier to connect them like this. And let's see if I can do it. I turn the morphers off so they don't make the sound every time. But basically it makes it easier to do it and hold it in this motion so you can pretend to morph. And I think it's really cool. Mostly, I think this part here feels a little bit heavier, the one with the Zeo Crystal. It feels more die-cast than plastic, whereas this one is gold-plated and feels lighter, and I think it's smaller than the original version was. But still, these are really cool, and I am absolutely happy to get them, especially since I got 3 Legacy Power Morphers to go with these. So maybe that means later on they're going to do a Legacy Turbo Morpher, and that would be cool to add to the collection. Now, while we're on the subject of Power Rangers, I got the other gift. And here it is, the Legacy Falcon Zord. Something I've not really been asking for too much. It looks pretty nice. Again, I never had this when I was a kid. This might be being part of the Mighty Morphin era. I didn't really see too much of Season 3 or the Alien Rangers. Again, when I really got into it, In Space had already come and gone. I missed out on Zeo and Turbo, and thusly the toys and everything from Season 3 and the Alien Rangers. So it's really cool I got this year for Christmas, and I gotta say, it looks really nice. All the details and everything look pretty cool. The wings can move around, which I absolutely love. So if I need to, boop, boop, I can straighten up the wings, bend back the talons. And especially if you guys have seen the movie, I would say this looks pretty accurate to it. Also, in one of the more recent seasons, Power Rangers Ninja Steel, Tommy brings back the Falcon Zord for one awesome scene, at least in my opinion. And I absolutely love how it looks. It really does look pretty cool. Especially the gold coloring right up here. Very nice. Yummy. Yeah. But you're probably wondering, especially if you know what Power Rangers are, where the Falcon Zord comes from, why did I want the Falcon Zord? What's so special about just this? Well, I don't know if you guys recall, I went to Boston Comic Con last year before, I think 2017. That is where I got this guy, the Legacy Ninja Megazord, and I love it, again, because I didn't have much from Season 3, if anything at all. So it's cool that I got the Legacy Ninja Megazord while I was at Boston. Just under 100, I think, and I loved it. While I was there, I was looking for the Ninja Falcon Zord. I couldn't find it. Had some of my friends look around. They couldn't find it either. At least not within the price range that I was looking for. So to see that I got this one at Boston and this one this year for Christmas, pretty good deal. And, of course, every good Megazord combines to make this kind of combination. The, let's see, Ninja Falcon Megazord, I think it was called. I got confused between that and what they called it in the movie, especially since I just recently watched the movie. But I love it for this reason. I love when Megazords combine. Though not in this format exactly, but it does look pretty nice, and I love it. The only problem is, I think back in the day when they originally came out with these toys, they had a different way of connecting. I don't know how it was back then, because I never got the toys. But if you can see right here, sort of, kind of, the Falcon Zord is connected right onto these peg things, right on the bear's feet, if you can see them, or the bear's paws, whatever. And while it works for the most part, the Falcon Zord does have a tendency of coming apart and coming right off the Megazord. Rather, just falling right off, really. So you gotta be really careful with how you move it, where you place it, and never hold the Megazord by the Falcon Zord. Because if you do, it hangs in there okay for a few good seconds, but really it comes off fairly easily, so just be careful. And I guess there is some tilt back to it. If you stand it straight up, it might lean back a bit and fall over, so if you're anything like me, just be very careful if you have them both connected. If you have the Megazords combined like that, because it can be very troublesome. And I didn't think about showing this off. We did get a Nintendo Switch. It's downstairs in my sister's room because she was playing it last. And it is shared between us, so that's okay. But, like, it was definitely awesome. But I am so upset about Let's Go Pikachu. Like, I can't... It's not that I'm upset with the game. It's just, I was hoping there would be more to it given this day and age. And there is no substance to it other than play the easy main story. That's it. No real challenges or anything besides Mewtwo. But if I decide to get into a rant about it, I probably will much later down the line. But yeah, we got a Nintendo Switch, so if anybody out there wants to play Smash or Mario Kart, if I end up getting it, or something like that, let me know. I'll give you my friend code and we'll play it together. Also, from a few other friends, I also got this awesome scarf that is apparently scaring Fluffy for some reason. Don't be afraid, Fluffy. It's just a scarf. A very cozy scarf, and I love it. It also comes with, let's see if I can get it. Fluffy, don't freak out. This color-coded hat. Covers my ears and feels nice and soft. Yeah. I do love it. It really is soft, and it covers my ears, so it feels really snuggly and warm. I love it. Now let's see what else we got. And last, but definitely not least, something cool my art friend, Marth Arts on Twitter. I'll probably leave her link on the screen or down below. But she makes some really good art. She's the person who helped with the banner on the YouTube channel and on my Twitter account. But she also made this. Oh, that might look backwards. Probably not in the actual video. I don't know. But yeah, she made this for us, showing myself, Tiffy, Justin, and Mompoint K, or Edson as we call him. And I think it looks really, really cool. I'm going to hang this up somewhere at some point. And I might actually ask her if she has any digital prints of our characters. Just so I can say, like, oh, I'm using this for my particular videos, and I'll use this for Edson's particular videos. So that might be interesting, and maybe I'll ask her. I don't know. Otherwise, it looks pretty cool, and I definitely love it. That's going up somewhere where I can see it anytime I record. But yeah, Christmas I worked. New Year's Day I worked. So I didn't really do anything too crazy or too fun or anything like that. I did have fun, but like nothing, you know, I couldn't really do much because of work. So that was pretty much it for Christmas. So I hope you guys had an awesome Christmas, New Year's, all that good stuff. And I hope this year will be the best year you've ever had in your entire life. 2018 was certainly something for me, and I've got high hopes for 2019, so I hope the same for you guys. Alright, so going into the real meat of this video, we're gonna talk about what I've learned about Twitter and YouTube and their whole situation. It's nothing really too dramatic or anything, but basically, no more auto tweets of videos going live will be posted onto Twitter. I think they're eliminating that for some reason. Something has to do with not really engaging with people as much with auto tweets, and they figure making it so you can write whatever you want when a video goes live is a lot better than limiting the amount of characters you can use when you do an auto tweet. The problem there is, while I do agree with that sentiment, I disagree with the method and execution of what they're trying to do. For bigger guys like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and PewDiePie, whoever else, they don't really suffer too much if they can't auto-tweet new videos that come out, because they can just go into a video, post the link onto Twitter, and they've got a huge fan base ready to gobble it up at any time they choose. For smaller people like me, and if you're one of the regulars I talk to who are also small YouTubers, it might be a little bit different for you guys, because if your video goes up at 10 a.m. like mine do, then it's not going to be auto-tweeted for people to know at that point on the dot. So it's going to be a little bit rough when you do find the time to retweet or even post a link to the video from that day on the dot, which probably isn't going to happen unless you're like right there ready to go. But for someone like me who works every other day, I'm not always going to be ready with my current schedule. So that's going to probably hurt more than help for someone like me. Maybe you guys are all in the same boat as me, but I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I don't agree with what they're doing. I understand it. And I hope somewhere down the line there's something that is as effective as auto-tweeting your videos when they go live, just not through Twitter or the method I've been doing it. And I just wish they wouldn't get rid of something so helpful like that. But that kind of segues into the next part of this video, where I talk about the channel update or even the schedule update. Like I said, I work every other day, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, occasionally Saturdays if they need me. So that leaves Monday, Wednesday, and Friday available for me to upload videos, do whatever I want on them, make vlogs, streams, whatever. And honestly, I think that's the best way to go. Right now we have it where videos will upload every other day, regardless of what day it is. One week it could be Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. The next week it'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think if we structure that just a little bit more and make it so, for example, my videos are released Mondays, Mom Point K's videos are released Wednesdays, and Duo videos will be released Friday. I think that'll be a much more structured setup. It'll be easier to manage work on my end for editing videos and recording them. And on the offhand, it'll be easier for me to do more live streams when I know when my videos will be coming up, and actually do more collabs with people and have those ready by Friday. So that should be good there. Especially when the way I do things is I try to record and edit everything a month in advance at least. So if I start recording this week and edit by next week, have everything done by the end of January, all of February will be taken care of. So that's absolutely no worry there. But in accordance to that schedule change, I used to upload every other day at 10 a.m. Now it's going to be me every Monday, Mom Point K every Wednesday, Duos every Friday, and I'm thinking at 4 p.m. instead of 10 a.m. Reason being that I feel like my audience isn't really up and ready to see videos at 10 a.m. And for the rest of the day, I'm kind of sort of forgotten about, I feel. Not that anyone forgets me or that I blame anybody. It's just, that's just the way the videos tend to be. So I think what I'm going to do is upload at 4 p.m. from now on. So that way, at least in the US, people will just come home from work. They're just settling in. Next thing they know, my video is right there for them to watch. Instead of, oh, I'm awake, but I gotta get ready for work. I'm out at work. Oh, Tim's video is up, but I can't watch it while I'm at work. So I'm going to go home, get settled in. Is there a video I'm supposed to watch or something? I forget. Let's watch Markiplier. No. But yeah, it's basically that sort of kind of idea where I want my videos to be ready for an audience that is going to watch it right then and there. That's at a perfect time for them to watch it right then and there. So I'm hoping the 4 p.m. change up will work for the best, especially the new structure. So we'll see how that goes in February when I make the official changes. But also in addition to that, like I said, whenever I'm not working on videos, I'm going to try harder to do live streams. I'm kind of off the ball with Spider-Man, and I apologize for that, especially since I've completed the first part of the DLC, which I really wanted to save for a live stream. But as I said before on Twitter, I'm more of a gamer first and an entertainer second. So I kind of feel bad that I skipped out on that, but I just really wanted to get into the game and I wanted to check out the DLC that badly. So I'm hoping you guys will understand. But on the bright side, and kind of my way of justifying what I've done, it's basically the DLC that I played has already been out for a while. People know the story to that. They also know the story to the vanilla, storyline without the DLC and everything. So I've already played through that, played through the first DLC. The second and third ones are a little bit iffy. I've started a little bit into the second one, but I'm going to try to save the rest for a live stream and just go from there. And try to catch you guys up if you missed anything. Or if you already know the story, then nothing more to catch up on. But I'm going to definitely save the last part of the DLC for the very last for you guys on stream. And I'm hoping with a lot of free time I'll have, we can do that. Either with Spider-Man, Xenoverse 2, or anything else I feel like playing. I've really got to get into streaming more, and that's the main goal that I want for the channel going forward. But in addition to all these changes, there's also a major change for Tabletop Corner, or was it Session? I can't remember. But it's basically, Mom.K was kind enough to give me a boom mic stand thingy to help hold the camera above a table that he also got for me, so we can play more card games that look a little more official or a little professional, I guess. It might not be like that entirely, but that's the idea we're going for, so it should look a lot better than our previous card games. But with all this new setup, we're going to do them more often, I hope. And the first one should go up in February. We did kind of sort of a test recording. We still got to get into it a bit more, but February will show the first card game of the year. And I want you guys to let us know what you think of that first video when it goes up. Again, it's probably going to be on a Friday, but we'll see what happens when we get there. Aside from that, I feel like I rambled on way too much. As always, if you guys have any further questions, comments, concerns, whatever, let me know in the comments down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Hopefully we'll have vlogs every month if I can keep up with it. Like I said, I'm not that good at this, but I'm hoping, it does what it needs to do, and we'll do update videos, or at least try to, every month. Also, what do you guys think of this new thing we got going on? Thanks to the boom stand, mic stand thingy, I can move my phone closer to me, away from my desk, hold it in just the right position. I wish that this wasn't so bare back here, but at least I got a comfy new chair. Sort of kind of new. It's been there, just never really sat in me. But this will be my vlogging chair. So aside from that, hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comments whatever questions, comments, concerns you have, and we will see you guys later. Take care.